Number 1. Luke is an outdoor enthusiast who regularly tests and reviews gear like tents, backpacks, and hiking jackets. His love for the outdoors goes beyond reviews. He genuinely enjoys camping in remote and challenging locations. This time, he's venturing into a rugged, rocky mountain known as Devil's Throne. He hadn't even started his climb when something unsettling happened.
Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. Welcome to the Devil's Throne. This is an episode that a lot of people have been looking forward to, and that includes myself. This is a very odd location. Strange things happen here. This is my 4th time to the Devil's Throne over the years, and every single time, I've experienced some odd things. Already, I've had 2 experiences just coming up the mountain here. I'm not alone up here. Something is with me. I hear footsteps, I drop my pack, I take off running, I can find nothing. I make it back to my pack, I'm hearing footsteps again.
Strange, unexplainable sounds echoed through the landscape. Footsteps, clear and deliberate, yet no one was there. Most people would have turned back right then, but Luke was determined to spend the night. And this was just the beginning.
This large rock structure, everyone, is the Devil's Throne. Basically, it's a series of rocks stacked on top of each other, jutting off and over this mountaintop. It is extremely cool. At the same time, because of the size of this, it offers a ton of protection. So, when you're underneath this gigantic rock, it could be storming outside, and underneath here, you will stay dry. That doesn't mean that there's not going to be water present, though. This entire area will flood. We are protected from the rain above us coming down, but there will be a lot of water coming through here.
At the heart of the mountain stood a massive rock formation known as the Devil's Throne. Towering slabs of stone stacked high above the landscape, creating an eerie yet impressive sight. The structure provided some shelter from the elements. Rain might not fall directly from above, but the area was known to flood, with water trickling through like a small stream. As Luke finally reached his campsite, a thick fog settled over the area, wrapping everything in an eerie stillness. He set up his gear, brewed a cup of coffee, and listened.
Well, of course, this calmness doesn't last long. Just as Luke is soaking in the peaceful atmosphere, something suddenly disrupts it.
I wish I could tell you all what that is, but I do not know. Like, it's like just out of my reach as far as my hearing goes, you know? It's like one of those things where, like, I feel like I could tell what it was if it was just a little bit louder, but I can't. It sounds weird though, that's for sure. Not once today have I felt like I was alone up here. When I was hiking up the mountain, I heard footsteps. I heard that strange noise. I hear it again now. This is part 4 of the Devil's Throne series, and likely it'll be the last part. I wanted to come up here, spend the night, see what happens, and I will share with you all my experiences. Already a bit strange.
At first, all was quiet, just the sound of wind moving through the trees. No strange noises, no footsteps, just an almost unnatural calm. But it didn't last. Something in the distance disrupted the silence, a sound just beyond recognition. It wasn't the first time Luke had heard something unusual. On his way up the mountain, footsteps had followed him, and now, as night settled in, the noises returned. They weren't distant anymore. They were closer. With visibility low and the rocks slick from moisture, exploring wasn't an option.
I am still hearing that sound. It's pretty loud too. Closer. Unfortunately, it's too foggy, the rocks are too wet to go mess around in the dark. I have to stay right here. Basically, I'm hunkered down for the night. I mean, what the hell is that? I have no idea. But I certainly don't feel like I'm alone out here. Whatever it is will have to come to me because there's no way that I can go to it. So come on down, let's go.
I don't know what it is, but the sounds are not stopping.
There's that noise again. Every time I hear it, it sounds like it's in a different place. It doesn't seem to be coming any closer. Like when we were eating, it was pretty loud, but now it's fairly far off. And that makes it kind of strange, you know what I mean?
Luke had no choice but to stay put and wait. The noises continued, shifting from one place to another, never seeming to approach, but never fading away entirely. Some say this mountain is haunted, with stories of a black-eyed figure wandering the cliffs. Others claim a witch once lived at the summit, her presence still lingering. There are even reports of unseen forces pushing people toward the edge. Whatever was making those sounds, Luke couldn't explain it. Maybe it was just the wind, or maybe it was something else entirely. Either way, this experience was enough to make anyone think twice before camping alone in a place like this. Subscribe and help us reach 10,000 subscribers. 90% of the people watching have not subscribed yet, so please do, it's free. Number 2. Tom, a well-known urban explorer, has been documenting abandoned places for over 7 years on his channel. Exploring with Tom, his fearless attitude and calm demeanor have made him a favorite among viewers. He's explored countless decaying hospitals, crumbling factories, and eerie asylums without flinching. But this time, things were different. On April 5th, 2022, Tom and his friends, Danny, Jack, and Alfie, set out on another adventure. Their destination, the infamous Ridgely Hospital, an abandoned psychiatric facility that had been left to rot for over 2 decades. Locals whispered unsettling stories about it, claiming it was more than just an empty building. Some believed it was haunted, while others warned of squatters or something more sinister lurking inside. Tom and his crew had heard similar rumors before, but this time, the warnings weren't just stories. As they arrived outside the crumbling hospital, they started their cameras, excitedly announcing their latest exploration. Despite the eerie setting, their usual playful banter helped ease the tension.
Back to another video. Guys, today, me, Danny, Jack, and Alfie have returned to Ridgely Hospital. Don't get me started, I'm a bit nervous myself. So guys, we're gonna go in here tonight, and we haven't been here for a few weeks, so this is gonna be absolutely terrifying. It's too bright. So guys, we're gonna go in here, we're gonna start, sit back, relax, take out a drink, get some popcorn, sit back, relax, and let's go.
Let's go.
But the moment they stepped inside, everything changed. A heavy, suffocating feeling filled the air. It was colder, thicker, almost as if the building itself was watching them. They exchanged uneasy glances, but pushed forward, pretending everything was fine.
Is anyone here?
See, that's where the nurse was spotted walking from one side to the other.
What the f was that though?
Oh my god.
No, that was a bang and a half.
Oh no. Can you do that again for me?
That was you.
That was none of us, we're all here.
Hello? Can you copy me?
What the f is that?
This is where the fucking nurse was spotted down there.
This is who I think it is. You're pathetic.
Don't say that, man. Being
I want a loud bang. Give us a fright if you can.
Calm the f down.
We asked for the
Get your EMF when you are. Go on, Alfie, hold the camera. Get the EMF. Don't get me EMF out. Don't f***ing run.
Then, the first strange noise echoed through the halls, a loud, unmistakable bang. They froze, glancing around. At first, they tried to laugh it off, brushing it aside as part of the usual abandoned building experience, but the sounds didn't stop. Footsteps, faint whispers, and an eerie presence made it clear that they were not alone. Determined to get to the bottom of it, they made their way to the upper floors. That's when they saw it.
Turn your lights off, turn your lights off. Holy sh**. Yo! What the f***? Someone's here. Someone's here. What? Someone's here. What? You got the back of the camera just in case. Why? What the f***? What the f***? Why this is... What?
Oh.
Hello? What? Go! Shit. Everyone okay? Okay, keep calm. Calm down. Yo, are you okay? You okay? Go. Go.
Which way?
Man, hurry up. Man, what the Don't, hurry up, get out. Stand the door. Hurry up, he's coming. Yo, get back to the car. Get back to the fucking car. Alfie, calm down. Wait, this thing. Calm. What do you want? Right, back to the car. Hurry up. Go. Lock the doors. Wait. What?
Lock the doors.
No, we can't wait. Lock the fucking doors. He's right there.
A shadowy figure lurking in the darkness. Panic surged through them as they realized it wasn't just their imagination. Someone or something was there. Before they could react, it moved. Without hesitation, they bolted down the hall, adrenaline kicking in as they raced for the exit. The sound of heavy footsteps followed close behind. They ran through shattered doorways, past broken furniture, their hearts pounding. Reaching the outside, they ducked behind a bush, trying to see if they were still being followed. And they were. Scrambling to their car, they jumped in, locking the doors as the engine roared to life. As they sped away, the figure remained at the hospital entrance, watching. Only after driving miles away did they begin to feel a sense of relief. Number 3. One evening in the Philippines, a woman was sitting outside a church, taking in the quiet atmosphere. Everything felt calm until an eerie sensation crept over her. It was the unmistakable feeling of being watched. As she recorded the surroundings, her camera captured something chilling. A pale face peeking from behind the bushes. A girl with hollow dark eyes and long black hair stood there, motionless, staring directly at her. Fear gripped the woman. She whispered a quick prayer and rushed home, never daring to look back. Some believe it was a spirit drawn to the church, while others think it was something even more sinister. But one unsettling detail stood out. A rooster nearby remained completely unfazed, as if nothing was there at all. What did she really see? Number 4. Lomar and his loyal dog, Kiki, venture into a swampy forest in search of an abandoned cemetery. The eerie atmosphere is undeniable. Strange noises echo through the trees, and the water in the streams glows with an unusual reddish-brown hue. As they push further into the dense wilderness, the tension mounts.
Yo, look. Look how brown that water is. It's like red. That's so interesting.
Lomar starts to feel as though they are being watched, or worse, followed. He becomes convinced that something unnatural is lurking nearby.
And I want to kind of document this just in case, we encounter anything. Like right now, it's like a dog running around us, but it's like not a dog. What loose dog or a stray dog would be out here running around? I think it's a dog, man. For real. I'm not joking. I think it's a dog, man. So, sorry for the weird intro here. I'm kind of tripping out. I'm nervous, and I gotta keep this girl safe right now, and I'm like not...
Kiki, usually fearless, appears nervous, her instincts warning of an unseen presence. The deeper they go, the more unsettling the experience becomes.
Now the barking's that way. Check that out. Now the barking's that way.
Distant growls, sudden movements, and eerie silence between the sounds only add to the fear. Then, as they prepare to leave, the noises intensify. Footsteps crunching behind them, rustling in the bushes, and inexplicable barking that seems to come from nowhere.
Are you a dog, man? Bark if you're a dog, man. Show yourself. What's up, Key? Smell something? It's whack out here. It's so whack. right when I point the camera, nothing.
Lomar, both brave and desperate, calls out to whatever might be stalking them, navigating their way back through the dark, icy forest. Lomar and Kiki remain on high alert, but the unseen entity never fully reveals itself.
Out of here. That was some extra footage I kind of thought I'd throw on this channel, and just for you guys to know that I'm okay, but also for you guys to see if you guys heard or saw anything else on the way out. I know on the way out I'm hearing like all sorts of stuff. It's almost like they know I'm leaving, and then they'll be like in the background, they make all this sorts of noise. It's also like a hidden reason why I do this, because it's almost like they know when you're leaving, then they start to do all this like crazy stuff. But it's like weird sounds that you like think you hear that maybe you guys would hear with the shotgun mic. That's why I kind of like filmed my way out and have been doing that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. It was kind of like a shorter one, but hey, you never know what you'll catch, right? And some of you will really like to dig deeper into like the sounds, put headsets on and stuff, so maybe you guys will hear some stuff. Before we go, big shouts out to this baby girl right here. Man, she is my baby minion. She's my baby minion. She helped me a lot, or else I would have been collapsed on the ground. I would have been tweaking out, man. She is my pride and joy.
Finally reaching safety, Lomar expresses gratitude for Kiki, calling her his pride and joy for guiding him out. But even in the comfort of his car, he can't shake the feeling that something was watching them the entire time. What was lurking in the shadows? And did they truly escape it? Number 5. Australian deep-sea fisherman Cavi reeled in a creature so bizarre that it left him and his crew speechless.
It's like cold, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's cooked. Phew! Where's it? Oh yeah, it's got the hook. Oh man. All that for that though. It's pretty heavy. What is that?
Its swollen, distorted face and bulging eyes made it look almost otherworldly. The fish appeared to be puffing up, possibly as a defense mechanism, though whether this was its natural state or a reaction to being pulled from the depths was unclear. The eerie appearance of the creature fascinated and unsettled the crew in equal measure. Number 6. YouTube channel Oreo Speedwagon shared a chilling experience from a remote camping trip. The host and his partner, Rachel, had been enjoying their time in the wilderness, but as soon as other campers left, the atmosphere shifted. The once peaceful forest became eerily quiet, as if something unseen was lurking in the darkness.
Listening to a football game in the van. The window was up because it's chilly. And it sounded like I heard something scream down here. Could have been a bobcat or whatever. I don't know. Who knows? You know, I'm not the kind though to just sit and wonder what it is. It's just not in my nature. Badger was outside a while ago, and he seems okay now. But a while ago, there were 2 specific areas, and they're actually back off over here somewhere, that he was staring at, and his ears would pop up. So, you know, there's deer out here. There's all kinds of stuff. So I'm not a worrier, but it is just so quiet. Like you can't hear anything.
That night, while listening to a football game inside their van, the host suddenly heard a distant scream from deep within the woods. At first, he dismissed it as a bobcat, but the sound was deeper, almost like a roar, something unnatural.
He stopped and perked his head up, but yeah, see him down there? Man, I wish I could have caught the sound on camera. It doesn't mean on the mic, it doesn't mean that you could have heard it, because it sounds like it's far, far away. Where it would look like to me would be this area, this little ridge. That's purely conjecture on my part. I have no clue. But, you know, we could go into town. We could just pack up and go into town. I don't do that. I'm not gonna let some sound run us off. If I feel unsafe, I'll leave, but I would really like to hear that sound again. It was a little, I'm not gonna lie, it sent chills up my spine.
Determined to investigate, he and his dog, Badger, ventured into the trees. The silence was unsettling. Badger, usually calm, suddenly froze, staring at something unseen. Though nothing was visible, the uneasy feeling of being watched lingered. Back at the van, he explained what happened to Rachel. They sat in silence for nearly 40 minutes, hoping to catch the sound again. Just when they were starting to relax, a strange, unidentifiable noise broke the silence.
Can you hear this? Yeah, do not know what that, I don't know what that was.
It wasn't quite a growl or a howl, and it didn't resemble any known animal call. The sound grew louder, then suddenly stopped. Rachel, now just as disturbed, admitted that something felt wrong. Despite the eerie encounter, they decided to stay.
Just woke up to somebody trying to get in our van. It's like 2:30 now. Woke up, I felt the van move, heard somebody try to open the door, and got up and turned the side light on. And when I did, started moving around, I heard some steps and I heard a vehicle take off from up over here. And I got outside and I could hear the steps, or I could hear the vehicle. I'm sorry, I can't talk because I'm kind of shaking up right now. I could hear the tires rolling on gravel, and they went up this way and then made a left, and I could see taillights, and they sat there for a minute. Then the taillights went off. I didn't see them move. You know, I can deal with a lot of stuff. Animals trying to get in the van. You know, but we're out here a long ways away from anybody. And somebody trying to get in the van when it's obviously somebody's camping here. You can see our lawn chairs. You can see, I mean, we're camping.
But at around 2:30 a.m., the host was jolted awake. Someone was trying to open their van door. He quickly turned on the side light and heard footsteps retreating. Moments later, he saw taillights from a vehicle idling on the gravel road. It didn't drive off immediately. Instead, it sat there in the darkness before finally disappearing. Animals in the wild were one thing, but a person attempting to enter their van in the middle of nowhere was far more terrifying. Shaken, they agreed it wasn't safe to stay. They packed up and left. The unsettling experience burned into their memory. Whatever had been lurking in the woods that night, whether an animal, a person, or something else, remained a mystery. Urban explorers John and Tim, known for their YouTube channel Exploration Unknown, have spent nearly a decade venturing into forgotten places. From eerie abandoned houses to decaying industrial sites, they've seen it all. On the night of February 7th, 2018, their latest adventure takes them to the ruins of an abandoned yacht factory in Knoxville, Tennessee. The site is shrouded in unsettling rumors. Some claim it was built over an ancient burial ground, while others believe a string of mysterious tragedies forced its closure before it was ever completed. Whether it's cursed or simply another forgotten structure, John and Tim are eager to find out. But as the night unfolds, they begin to question whether they are truly alone.
Guys, it is John, and boy, have I got something special for you tonight. I'm here with my boy Tim from Breaking the Shell. Now, Michael, who we've done a few videos with, told us about this place. He was not able to come with us, but this is an abandoned yacht factory. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys this place is massive. Now, the whole story behind this is they built it near the river, and it's rumored that there was ancient Indian burial sites here. This place has been cursed. There's been numerous mysterious, crazy deaths that's happened here, to the point where they abandoned the project before it ever finished. So this place is supposed to be super haunted, super scary. It even says help behind me. And me and Tim's gonna bring it to you guys.
Their flashlights cut through the thick darkness, revealing graffiti-covered walls and rusting machinery. Then, an eerie sound breaks the silence. A loud banging echoes through the cavernous space.
I hear banging coming back here, Tim. Do you hear it?
I do hear that.
Shh. What is it?
Dude, that's something's kind of against that wall.
Dude. Let's walk over there and see what that is. I've never been in a place this big. I hear something behind us. What is that banging? I just saw a light, dude. I just saw a light up there at the top.
Is that fenced off?
I can't tell. It looks like a 2 levels over there. I know, it sounds like somebody working. Hold still. Hello?
At first, it seems distant, but as they push forward, the noises grow louder. Dragging, shuffling, footsteps. The pattern is strange, almost deliberate. Then, something else catches their attention.
Sounds like something's coming this way. It's getting closer. It is getting closer. Sounds like it's about that high. It's going backwards. There's something up there. Oh my God, dude. I'm starting to get up there. That's what I'm wondering. You want to walk down?
Yeah, we can go down that way.
God, it sounds like people.
I don't know if there's somebody walking up there messing with us.
I know.
A sense of unease washes over them as they struggle to pinpoint the source of the sound. They decide to head upstairs, hoping to investigate and solve the mystery. But just as they start, something truly chilling happens.
Oh my God, dude.
Dude, there's somebody here. There's somebody here. We don't want no trouble. We're just filming.
A flicker of light from above, faint but unmistakable. Someone else is here. As they scan the upper levels, shadows shift against the dim moonlight filtering through broken windows. When John calls out, there's no response, only an eerie silence that makes the air feel heavier. Then, bang! A sudden crash from above stops them in their tracks.
This is insane. I know. There's got to be somebody in here with us. There's just got to be.
There's that room that's over that way. When you were looking at that...
You want to go? Oh, there's an elevator shaft over here. Let's go. That's what I thought.
Then, Tim notices movement, a dark figure, barely visible behind a concrete pillar. Before they can react, another shift, closer this time. The tension in the air is suffocating. That's when they realize they're being watched. As their unease turns to fear, the final blow comes.
We're going to get out of here. I think it's time to wrap it up. I don't know what kind of danger we're in. I'm pretty sure someone's here, and I do not know what their intentions are, nor do I want to find out what they're thinking. Dude, that comes from over here. Holy shit, dude, get out of here. Oh my God, dude. Oh God, dude, let's go.
A shadow darts across their peripheral vision, moving unnaturally fast. Then, pounding footsteps, a hooded figure emerges from the darkness. There's no time to think. They turn and sprint for the exit, adrenaline surging as the sound of footsteps follows close behind. The factory suddenly feels like a maze, every turn disorienting in their panic. But just as they burst through the doors and into the open night, the footsteps stop.
First time I've ever come across... I'm pretty sure we've had people mess with us in videos before, but just to see somebody there with like a hood on really freaked me out. And of course I don't have my piece with me. I don't know, Tim, what's your thoughts, dude?
I'm still kind of rattled over.
My hands are still shaking, man. I'm freaking...
I haven't been able to focus on anything. I mean...
We just got here. Like, I'm still nervous like that person's still...
Number 8. This video comes from Franco TV, the renowned YouTube channel run by Frank, who fearlessly explores some of the most haunted and sinister locations worldwide. In this overnight adventure, Frank takes us to an abandoned monastery in South America, a site infamous for its eerie atmosphere and dark history of demonic rituals. It's October 16th, 2023, when Frank arrives at the monastery under the cover of night. From the very beginning, the atmosphere feels thick and oppressive. Strange, unsettling noises echo around him, immediately setting the tone for a terrifying night ahead. As he approaches the monastery, the full moon barely touches the ancient walls.
What the hell was that? I just heard something back there. It sounds like a scream. Jesus, I hate this. is the hardest part. I'm making my way to the side of the church here. It's complete darkness. I'm going in with no light. Except for the moonlight. Jesus. What the hell was that? I'm gonna go inside because I'm freezing cold. I'm gonna see if I can switch my camera into color because it is extremely dark.
The tension builds when Frank hears an unsettling sound in the distance. He nervously moves forward, making his way around the side of the church, enveloped by complete darkness. With no light except for the faint moonlight filtering through the night sky, he presses on into the monastery. As he steps inside, more eerie sounds ring out, adding to the growing sense of unease. Inside, Frank stumbles upon signs of demonic rituals, an eerie skull, an upside-down cross, and a general sense of malevolent energy that suggests dark practices once took place there.
What is this? Look at this. Someone put a skull. I just heard a noise. What the hell is this? So yeah. I don't know if I touched that and that just fell. Like I leaned up on this and that might have fallen. But that scared me. So something demonic is definitely going on here. And of course the upside down cross. What the hell, man? This place is going to hell in a handbasket. Listen.
As he ventures deeper into the monastery, he hears more strange noises, footsteps, rattling sounds, and begins to feel an overwhelming presence that doesn't seem human. The atmosphere grows heavier, and something sinister lurks in the shadows.
The noises coming from back here. What the hell is that? At this point now, because I'm hearing noises on the outside, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use a thermal imaging camera and kind of scoping out this place to see if I can see anything hiding into the forest that maybe the night vision isn't picking up. The thermal will definitely pick it up. I'm hearing like distant screams already.
The real terror begins when Frank hears noises coming from outside the monastery, from the surrounding woods. With the sense that something is out there, he decides to use his thermal imaging camera to investigate.
And I got something right there. It's given a pretty strong heat signature. There it is again, right there. Anything that's warm will come off as black. Nothing in this area is registering that color like that. What? It just made a noise. I'm gonna switch onto my thermal, my night vision. As of right now, I don't see what I saw on thermal, but there is something there.
Scanning the area, his thermal camera picks up a heat signature in the distance, but when he moves closer, the signal fades. Despite this, the strange sounds continue.
Monster. He was like, "Roar." Hello? Screw this place, man. Okay. What's even more creepy is that there's a trail right over here that goes further in. Turning on my flashlight. Yeah, that is a legit trail. I am now directly in front of whatever was on thermal. Something is in the forest. I don't know what it is, but I got a huge growl or moan or something that came from here. Earlier I was hearing more sounds coming from the forest. I'm gonna get back to safety in the inside and see if I could start doing a EVP or something. And
Growing louder and more intense, Frank feels a growing sense of dread as he steps closer to the source of the disturbance, hoping to uncover its origin. As he moves back inside, he sets up his spirit box, hoping to communicate with any entity that might be present.
I don't know what it meant by torch. Look at this. Again, I'm not touching anything, but I probably might light a candle. Sue. Is that someone's name is Sue? I just got a sound over here. Sound like a bang. Listen. It's coming from behind the door. Sue? Who's there?
Again, he hears a strange, unexplainable noise from behind a door. Cautiously, Frank opens the door, but finds nothing inside, leaving him puzzled and more uneasy.
Fresco.
Fresco. I don't know if you guys see anything, but it smells in here.
The silence grows, and the atmosphere becomes even more oppressive. Determined to make contact, Frank continues to use the spirit box. However, just as he believes he's getting closer to uncovering the truth, another loud bang echoes through the monastery from behind the same door. This noise is even more intense, shaking the very walls of the building.
Candles for me?
Benjamin.
Benjamin. What about Benjamin?
I'll move something.
I'll move something. Please do. She said.
I'm in the corner.
That's creepy. I just got a sound.
At this point, Frank's unease has reached its peak. He quickly gathers his things and decides to leave, unable to shake the overwhelming sense of danger and fear that has taken hold of him. He walks away from the monastery, leaving behind its dark mysteries. As he reflects on the experience, Frank realizes that although he's physically unharmed, the terrifying events of that night will stay with him forever.